It's time for Ascension River District Hospital's coverage of East China High School sports. CTV and Ascension River District Hospital bring you today's game along with support from North Star Bank, Ace Hardware, and La Mache, the Murphy Inn.
Welcome into another edition of high school basketball on CTV. We got playoff edition of high school basketball on CTV. District semifinal between the Armada Tigers and, technically speaking, the home hosting St. Clair Saints. Should be an outstanding game. Saints took off the first round. Armada had to beat Algonac to get here. Should be a great one. Whoever wins this one's heading to the district final on Friday night here at St. Clair High School. Send it down for national anthem and starting lineups here on CTV.
Ladies and gentlemen, would you please rise to face the flag? Gentlemen, please remove your caps as we honor America this evening with the playing of our national anthem.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleam, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streamed, and the rockets red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the
Ladies and gentlemen, St. Clair High School welcomes you to tonight's semifinal round in the district tournament. Tonight's contest between the Tigers of Armada High School and the Saints of St. Clair High School. Tonight's starting lineup in the spirit of sportsmanship read in alternating fashion, beginning with the Tigers. Senior, number 3, Wyatt Laskin. For the Saints, senior, number 2, Jared Grant. For the Tigers, junior, number 15, Riley Andrews. For the Saints, senior, number 3, Luke Ellis. For the Tigers, senior, number 20, Cole Mahaffey. For the Saints, senior, number 4, Eli Lord. For the Tigers, senior, number 32, Nathan Scatman. For the Saints, senior, number 11, Cam Leesdale. For the Tigers, junior, number 42, Andrew Stevenson. For the Saints, senior, number 33, Pat Pennington. The Tigers are coached by Chris Haller. The Saints by Matt Osterman.
Nice work there by Coach White. Get things started here. Should be a good one. You know what? You and I have been doing this for a few years together, and you want to know one thing that's always fun? Playing for wooden mittens.
I knew you were going to say that. It's a big deal, and it's kind of a reset on the season, although Saints had a really successful season and that they won their division in the MAC. But there's just always that special feeling about playing a game that if you lose, you don't have a season anymore. It brings out the best in people. And this obviously is a rematch from the first game of the season where Armada took it. So Saints expecting this one to be competitive. I don't think Coach Jisserath feels like they're the same team as then, but Armada sure feels that way too. And playing for wooden mitten on the home floor, you got to love it.
If you don't know what the wooden mitten is, then I don't know what's wrong with you, but they're playing for a district championship. If they win tonight, they win on Friday, either way they can get there. Want to win as many wooden mittens as you possibly can. Saints start things off with a turnover. Armada going to bring it back. Three's Wyatt Waskin. 15, Riley Andrews. Has the basketball guarded by Luke Ellis. Going to drive in the paint, kick it back out. 42 is Andrew Sneezak. Sneezak changes things up for the Tigers, swings it back around. Andrews has it. Loses his dribble. Has to toss it up. This is going to be a tough one. Ellis has it off the turnover. Goes behind the back to his right hand. Cramp does a nice job to track it down. Saints almost turned it over twice. Eli Lohr with the basketball in the corner. Bleasdale driving baseline. Cut off nicely there by Andrews. Cam needed help, gets it up top to Cramp. Both teams trying to settle in their offense. Good seal inside, good pass to Pennywell. Goes up with it, can't finish. Good defense. Cramp once again saves it. Tigers going to come away with it.
Good defensive possessions by both teams to start. Offense moved a little bit, and defense held up in both ends. Nice job there by Kai Pennywell, staying straight up as well.
Sneezak was met by Kai, turned the basketball over. Saints bring it back. Just about a minute and a half gone by. Lohr looking inside once again. That seems to be a point of emphasis. This time, a little bit of a force, turns it over. Sneezak brings it up, tries to bounce it, throws it out of bounds.
I mentioned Armada had to play the other night against Elginak, who's one of their league foes, but finished at the bottom of their league, so a pretty familiar source. Sneezak, you said, didn't play, so see if he's got his legs underneath him here early. But sometimes it's an advantage to have that first game, and the Saints with a bye might take a little while to get off the ground.
Cramp has it on the wing. Corner Bleasdale. Kai Pennywell once again working, flashing across the lane. Ellis up top. Ellis spins, gets into the paint, kicks it out. Cramp, three on its way up. Good.
Good ball movement there. Got Cramp's feet set and in rhythm. Knocks it down.
2 minutes gone by. First bucket of the game makes it 3-0 Saints. Wyatt Waskin. I'm going to go with Waskin. Almost a moving screen. Sneezak with it once again. Bleasdale does a nice job on him. Nice switch once again by Cam. Andrews. Cam Bleasdale getting his money's worth on the defensive end. Sneezak kicks it across. Waskin with it. Three on its way from Andrews is up and good.
Good answer there by Andrews. A nice patient possession there by the Tigers. All switches from the Saints defensively, but he's still able to knock it down over Eli Lohr's long arm.
3-point contest on our hands. Bleasdale's three no good. Pushed ahead by Sneezak. Gets the basketball back. Good pass inside. Blocked by Kai Pennywell. Back up with it once again, no good.
Really nice recovery there by Kai, because that was a really good look by Sneezak over the top.
Chapman had a shot at it, but Kai met him there. Ellis gets in the paint, kicks it, corner, Cramp. Can he do it again? Up, no good. Nice seal, good rebound by Andrews. Still 3-3, 3 minutes gone by in the first. Andrews over to Sneezak. Sneezak back up top to Waskin. Stolen away by Ellis. Ellis brings it across, see if he wants to go all by himself. Thinks better of it, kicks it back up top. Saints swing it around. Bleasdale in the lane, goes up with it. Foul, can't finish, but he'll go to the line and shoot two.
The Tigers have done a really good job in the previous few possessions cutting that driving lane off from Bleasdale. That time he's able to go around it and draw the foul. Really nice job of sticking with it. Luke Ellis also doing a good job up top defensively on Armada's guards. Waskin having a hard time with him right now.
Bleasdale's first free throw is up and good. Second one on its way is short. Rebounded there by Sneezak, and he pushes it up ahead. Bounce it inside. Sneezak with it. Can't finish with the left hand. Lohr with it. Lohr going to push it up ahead. Bleasdale has it. He likes getting himself in the lane. Kicks it back out to Cramp. Good pass inside. Pennywell up and good.
Really good seal there by Kai and a good feed to boot. Take one dribble and deliver, and he had a better seal above the block. Good angle to finish.
Got to believe that Matt Disserath and company in their prep saw something there. It seems like they're trying to get it inside to Kai. Long two on his way is up and off glass and good there for Nathan Shatman.
I didn't hear him call it. Counts just the same.
Lohr over to Ellis on the wing. Thought about the three. Gets inside. Fakes. Pulls up. Good.
Getting a little offense here going for both teams. There's Ellis again up top, causing problems.
Ellis is fired up.
Did a really nice job. Just kind of getting in the way, putting his hand in there, poking away without fouling. It's caused 2 or 3 loose balls at the top of the key. That time it goes off Riley Andrews and goes back to the Saints.
8-5 St. Clair on top. Derek Disserath and Hunter Richardson going to come into the game. Lohr being pestered here a little bit by Sneezak. Gets it across. Ellis with it. Driving into the lane once again. He was caught into trouble. They're going to get him with a little push. Foul going to go against Wyatt Waskin.
Good aggression on the dribble drive there by Ellis to draw the foul.
Lohr going to trigger under his own bucket. Gets it into Richardson. Good.
Really nice seal there. Whoever was in front, might have been Derek Disserath. Kind of pinned the guy in the middle, left Hunter Richardson wide open for his first bucket.
Tigers trying to answer. Sneezak with the basketball. Crosses over to his left hand. Andrews with it. Sneezak goes to his left. Disserath wreaking havoc. Saints come away with a turnover. Lohr with the basketball. Under 3 to play here in the first. Ellis pulls up. Long with it. Disserath trying to get the offensive rebound. No good. Back comes Waskin. Gets it up ahead. Sneezak gathers it nicely. Tough play, and Disserath with a steal. Bleasdale with it. He was met pretty quickly. Ellis was ahead, but that would have been an incredibly tough pass if he even saw it.
Good poise there by the Saints, pulling it back out after the turnover. Value this possession. Try to get a basket. You're up 5. You got a little momentum.
Lohr with it. Reach in there. Almost stolen away by Waskin. It is. Sneezak trying to get it ahead. Bleasdale does a good job for the steal. It's a 2-on-2. Bleasdale pulls up long. Offensive rebound there by Cody Rollins. And the Tigers turn it over once again. So the Tigers not taking advantage of any Saints miscues.
No, right there. You saw Eli Lohr was able to kind of tip the ball after he turned it over, which allowed Bleasdale to get the steal. And as soon as the Saints turned it over again, the Tigers gave it back. So I thought it was starting to clean up a little bit, and we had the offenses going, and then it got sloppy again.
10-5, Saints still on top, 2:15 to go. Ball goes out of bounds off Armada, and Lohr let it go.
Sneezak's got a little bit of KT tape on the shoulder. You wonder if that's what kept him out the other night, just out of precaution.
And Sneezak, it looks like he might have some blood on his jersey. Official stop and play here. I imagine in a district situation, they'll probably give him a couple minutes here to figure it out. Or they're going to sub somebody in.
Well, he's actively bleeding on his knee, so they're going to have to do a little first aid.
Yep. At first, I thought he pointed to his jersey as if he just had a little blood on there. They wanted to clean it up, but looks like he is bleeding on his knee. Little press here from the Tigers. They back off pretty quickly. Eli Lohr going to bring it across. About 2 minutes to go here in the first on CTV. 10-5, St. Clair on top. District semifinal action. Ellis fakes, gets it over to his brother. Disserath has it. It was stolen away by Cody Rollins.
A little bit too aggressive there by Rollins as he fouls Derek Disserath on the catch. And he's sidelined out of bounds for the Saints.
Disserath going to get it in bounds. He's got both Ellis's, Lohr, and Richardson out there. A little bit of a wild pass. Lohr able to track it down. Eli Lohr guarded by 22. That's Dougie Noonkester. What a name. Disserath cross-court pass. Ellis fake, or excuse me, Lohr fakes, pulls up good.
Really nice touch there and a good read by Lohr. Got the defender way up in the air, takes that one dribble and knocks it down from about 16 feet.
Tigers got to answer. They got a bunch of subs in there. 2 is Camden Cone. I'm familiar with Camden Cone. He's a regional champion in cross country, actually.
You would know that. And he looks like a cross country runner. You know, he's not going to get tired. He's got that Rip Hamilton look to him.
A couple other subs in there for the Tigers as well. They're down 7. It's 12-5 St. Clair. On the wing is 22. That's Noonkester. Swings it around. Ball is loose. Stolen away. Here's Essien with it. Back over to Lohr. Just over a minute to play. Lohr going to cross over, get into the lane. Draws a little contact. No foul. Shot no good. Tigers going to bring it back. Noonkester with the basketball. Going to try to drive, and he goes in hard, and they're going to get a block.
Tough call. I could see Coach Disserath lobbying for the charge call. I will say that on the previous call with Lohr, it was a little bit difficult to determine who was initiating that contact, so probably a good no call. This one was unavoidable. Something had to be called. It just didn't go the Saints' way.
Maybe if we had replay, we'd see how it's maybe going back a little bit.
Maybe
before.
We're sliding. It's hard to say to the naked eye. That official is a good official. He's right on top of it. We have to at least acknowledge Coach Disserath's bias. He was close, but
Waskin got it around. Cone spins, kicks it back out. 3 on its way is up long. Pennywell with a nice rebound inside. Gets it over to Eli Lohr. 35 seconds to go here in the first.
Saints defense has been pretty darn good all year, and so far this quarter it remains true.
Ellis gets it over in the corner. Derek Disserath, good pass inside. Pennywell up and good.
Pennywell just doing work right now on his defender. He's getting lots of seals. Saints have a little bit of momentum here with 20 seconds. Pretty important possession. Get a good shot.
Tigers stepped on that out of bounds line here right in front of our camera. Turnover to the Saints. Disserath going to inbound the basketball. His team has a 9-point lead. 14-5 is the score. 19 seconds to go. Lohr has the basketball. He's guarded by Noonkester. 15 on the clock. Saints looking to close this thing out with a bang here in the first.
Going on Eli Lohr off of a double and then pin here.
Inside to Pennywell once again. He goes up. A lot of contact, a lot of bodies. No foul called. 4 on the clock. 3. Essien 3 up. Off the rim, no good. Ball rattles around, no good. What an outstanding start for the Saints here in the first. It's a district semifinal, and it's 14-5. Saints on top.
Yeah, Saints doing a good job, and honestly, they've frustrated the guards at the top of the offense for the Tigers, and that's led to some points on the other end with some pins by Kai Pennywell. But really, it's just disrupting the Tigers, and they don't feel comfortable, and their transition defense hasn't been good, so Saints need to knock a few more shots down. It probably could have been worse. It was a pretty dominant first quarter. Looking forward to the second.
Good start. Second quarter should be good as well. Stick with us here on CTV. Second quarter after these messages.
I'm Dr. Lee Bacheldor, Chief Medical Officer for Ascension River District Hospital. I'm speaking to you on behalf of the hundreds of outstanding physicians, associates, and volunteers who provide personalized, compassionate, high-quality health care at our beautiful hospital on South River Road. We've been proudly serving this community for more than 50 years. Even more important, we plan to continue serving this community for a long time to come. Always remember that we are here when you need us, 24 hours a day, right here, right now, today, and in the future.
Welcome back to CTV. Good first quarter district semifinal action. St. Clair, the host school for this district. This game, they're playing the Armada Tigers, and the Saints are on top 14-5. Armada going to start the second quarter with the basketball. Good start for the Saints. Pretty balanced scoring, but definitely an asserted effort to get Kai Pennywell going. He's got 4. Looks like a bunch of bench players in. Preston Hill is in the game for the Tigers. He's 30. The first game of the season for the Saints, Preston Hill went off for the Tigers. He had 23, including 5 threes. See if he has any of that magic left here in the district semifinal. The Tigers might need it. They're down 9. Tigers swinging around, taking their time. That was Cone. Gets it over to Hill. Hill looking for a little backdoor action. It was lost out of bounds, and a return over to the Saints.
One of those, the offensive player kind of faked like they were going to go backdoor, didn't fully commit to it, and then when they went to retreat, got caught right in the middle. Ball goes out of bounds.
Cramp gets it in. Essien has the basketball. He's met there by Sneezak. Luke Ellis out there with Essien, Cramp, Pennywell, and Bleasdale. Here's Kai Pennywell working right hand. Thought about going up, kicks it back up top. Bleasdale 3 is up long. Pennywell offensive rebound. See if he goes back up with it. He does. A lot of contact. Oh, I think they're going to get him with an offensive foul for throwing an elbow to clear out, it looked like.
Tough call. I was just going to talk about the fact that it really looks like Armada doesn't have a good answer for Kai Pennywell, his size and athleticism, but right there, I suppose the answer could be to try to get him in some foul trouble. A little bit of a clear out. I didn't see a clear elbow or separation. Nonetheless, ball goes the other way.
He was staring right at him, so he sure would hope he had a good view at it. Sneezak gets himself into the lane, double spin, goes up left hand, wild shot, no good. Lohr with it.
Really tough shot.
Lohr pushes it ahead. Bleasdale met by Noonkester. Swing it around. Lohr with it on the baseline, pulls it back up. Bleasdale's wide open, fakes, gets into the lane, causes havoc. Stolen away here by the Tigers. 3 is Waskin. Noonkester 3 on its way. Good.
Noonkester, that's a big shot for him. Armada was kind of reeling a little bit, and the Saints turn it over. Noonkester was a big 3. Kind of puts Armada back at square one.
Noonkester 3 makes it 14-8. Saints still on top. Bleasdale in the quarter, guarded there by Dougie Noonkester. Pennywell inside. Over, swings it. Lohr 3, no good.
It's a good look again for the Saints. A little inside out on the opposite diagonal. Eli caught it on time and in rhythm. Just couldn't knock it down.
Cone with it, spins into the lane. Might have gotten away with a little walk. Waskin with it, gets it over. Sneezak inside, throws it over the head of his teammate out of bounds.
Right now, it kind of looks like the longer the Tigers work through their offensive progression, the worse possession they get. They're better off in transition at this point. It seems to be where they're getting their best shots.
Ellis with it, gets it across the timeline to Eli. Lohr spins on Sneezak. Bleasdale on the wing was looking in at Pennywell. Pennywell backs off. Lohr, Ellis, fakes, waiting for a little action. Saints a little bit stagnant. Now they get a little movement going. Bleasdale bounces it into Pennywell, up and good.
Chapman's doing a little bit better on Pennywell. That time a really good pass by Bleasdale. Kind of threaded the needle on the baseline. Pennywell with some pretty good hands and catch and a finish.
Ellis almost got the steal from behind there on Waskin. Spin by Sneezak. Oh, they have balls all over the place right now for Armada. Noonkester on the wing. Gets it across. Cone with it. Tries to drive. He's met by 2 Saints. A lot of contact. Hits the deck. And a foul probably here on Cam Bleasdale.
I'm going to call that on the floor. A little bit of help there. Cramp got beat off the dribble. Bleasdale tried to close the gap.
First on Bleasdale. Third for the Saints. Both teams with 3 fouls. Artist swings it around. 32 there is Nathan Chapman. 42, of course, is Sneezak. He's going to try to get into the lane. No good. Cone, long 3 on its way, is just off rim and no good. Saints going to bring it back up 8, 16-8. 5 minutes to go here in the second quarter. Bleasdale drives, takes a little screen from Pennywell. Couldn't quite finish the reverse, but a good-looking play there for the Saints.
Pretty good take and a good impromptu screen there by Pennywell to give him room.
Cramp almost had a steal. Kick ball, though. Tigers going to keep the basketball. Pretty good crowd here. Early start, so I imagine we might even see a few more people trickle in.
That early 5 o'clock start, it can be a blessing and a curse. On one hand, it's nice because you're on your home floor, and then everybody's got to kind of adjust their day. Being varsity basketball players, used to more of a 7 or 7:30 start.
Another Tigers turnover. Lohr going to push it. Bleasdale has it in the corner. Back up top to Eli. Swings it around Ellis. Long 3 on its way. Up good. Luke Ellis has 5, and that's a big one. Make it 19-8, St. Clair.
Big shot, no hesitation there by Luke at all. He just let that one fly. He was feeling it.
Waskin has it up top, going to hand it off to Sneezak, who I've got scoreless. Sneezak picks it up, going to hand it back off here to Waskin. Waskin over to Cone.
A little bit different look than the Saints have shown defensively throughout the year. This is... at the very least, they're kind of sagging off and switching on everything up at the top. And the Saints have done a little bit more in terms of being aggressive and fighting through picks and hedging. And this has stymied the Tigers a little bit. I don't know that the scout was that St. Clair was going to quite play this like matchup zone that they have going right now. And it's a problem for them.
Sneezak can inbound the basketball. I am correct in him having 0 points so far. Andrews, Chapman, and Noonkester are the only scorers for the Tigers, and another Armada turnover. Disserath came away with it.
Nice job to insert himself there, Derek Disserath.
Steal here by Camden Cone. He's going to go up, and he's fouled by Cramp.
you're almost always going to get the foul call there, and it's a product of him being on a wide open breakaway. But if you're Jared Cramp, there's nothing you can do about the fact that they called it. Don't be surprised. And if you're going to try to argue that it was a clean block, the answer from the official perspective is don't turn it over at the top and get it 1-on-0, right?
Yeah.
So nothing wrong with that, though, because if you're going to make him earn it, he didn't even get a chance to go up with it. So
Cohn's first free throw is up and no good. Of course, the student section probably going to take full credit for that one.
And they should. They're coming in. They're trickling in now. It was a little bit light at the 5 o'clock hour, but a half hour later, a few more people over there.
Second one is up and good for Cohn this time.
Ten-point lead, big possession here, halfway through the second.
Good backdoor cut there by Disarath, up and good.
Really nice job. Good read by Derek Disarath and good feed by Eli Lohr.
Cohn has it once again. It's 21-9, St. Clair on top. Timeout Armada. His squad is down by 2. They're coached by Chris Haller. Kind of looks like a little bit like Sneezak was limping his way back to the bench.
Yeah, I think there might be a health issue with Sneezak. He's trying to gut it out right now, but he looks a step slow and a little bit unsure when he's making moves in the paint. I have no idea what his ailment is, so I'm speculating. But if he is not playing on Monday and then all of a sudden shows up for this game, you got to believe there's something to that. And right now, the Saints just look markedly better. So taking care of the ball a little bit better, and defensively, I really like what St. Clair is doing both in the paint and then out on the perimeter. Luke Ellis has just been a problem for the guards from Armada.
21-9, 3:23 is what's left here in the second quarter. Saints going to come back with the same lineup: Richardson, Cramp, Ellis, Disarath, and Eli Lohr. Probably a good timeout there by Coach Haller, as this thing's kind of teetering right now. And the Saints have kind of had their way on the offensive end when they're not turning it over. They're doing a pretty damn good job of getting some good looks. Cohn with it. He likes dribbling to his right, spins to his left. Tigers swinging around. Obviously, for Coach Haller, you're hoping to get a bucket out of that timeout. Spin by Cohn, pulls up, no good. Tough shot. Eli Lohr with the rebound.
And if you're Coach Disarath coming out of a timeout, a spinning, running 10, 12-footer, it is exactly what you want to give up. Looks like St. Clair was able to run a set of their own. It's going to get Eli Lohr pretty well defended.
Shot was no good. Richardson almost had the offensive rebound. Tigers come away with it. 5 is Cody Rollins. Loses the basketball, almost lost it out of bounds. Gathers himself, gets it inside, goes up with it, and Richardson fouls him. His first foul of the night for Hunter. And 33 for Armada, going to be Justin Chapman. First one bounces around, almost came back down and good, but still no good. Pennywell and Logan Ellis going to check into the game. Cramp and Richardson going to head to the bench. Second free throw here for Chapman is on its way, and this one's up and good. Armada into double digits for the first time. They've got 10 now. It's 21-10. St. Clair on top. Eli Lohr stops himself, gets it over to Disarath on the wing. Ellis in the corner, pulls up from 3, no good. Pennywell tries to keep it alive and does. Ball is all over the place. Pretty good job there by 5, who's Rollins. Tigers push it. Cohn with it, guarded by Logan Ellis. They pull it back out, 2-11. Coach Haller trying to get that offense rolling. You can tell he wants a little more urgency here. They showed urgency, but turned the basketball over.
And that's been it. As soon as the 2 guards set up and try to run that 2-guard set at the top, we've seen probably 4 or 5 possessions that the Tigers have ended all by themselves. And there's another one.
Eli Lohr with exactly 2 minutes to go here in the second quarter. 21-10, St. Clair on top, 11-point lead. Eli goes between his legs. He's guarded by Cohn. Gets it over to Cam Bleasdale. Corner Disarath. Takes a couple dribbles, spins baseline. Little contact, traveled, turnover.
Yeah, it kind of looked there like number 5 for Armada, Cody Rollins, gave him a little bit of the Rick Mahorn treatment and backed away on the back down.
Chair out on him.
Pulled the chair away. Disrath kind of slipped and lost his footing.
Tigers come back. They're trying to cut into this lead. Every time they have, Saints have answered back. Eli Lohr defending here. Oh, looked like almost got away with the travel, but it's a steal by Cam Bleasdale. He's one-on-one with Cone. Goes up with a right hand. Disrath offensive rebound goes up and good.
Nice job by Derek Disrath, kind of following the play. Bleasdale smart, went up with it, couldn't get it. Disrath cleans it up for him.
Chapman inside, defended well there. Ball goes after it. He got the rebound.
Good hustle play there for the Tigers to get another possession.
Veit kept it alive. Cone into the corner. Veit with it. Thought about the three, and now he does fire from 3. It's long. Going to go out of bounds to the Saints.
Good position there by Logan Ellis. Armada jumped over the top of him to swat it out of bounds. Almost looked for a second like it went off Logan, but the official was right on top of it.
Cramp going to inbound the basketball. Disrath goes to the bench. Jared back into the game. 13-point St. Clair lead. 45 seconds to play in the second quarter on CTV. Bleasdale, Ellis fakes, going to drive into the lane. Dishes, oh, he had a nice little look. Pennywell couldn't quite handle it, goes out of bounds.
It was the right pass, maybe a little too much heat on it, wrong temperature.
Those are tough ones. Yeah, I'm sure Kai's almost thinking to himself he's going up for offensive rebound too.
Right, you're preparing yourself to jump, and then all of a sudden the ball is in your lap.
A lot of contact there. Offensive foul going to be called here on Cody Rollins.
Pennywell set his feet. Saints benefit from being in position there. I give the fall down a 6 out of 10.
Under 30 seconds to go. A little pressure here from the Tigers, as they should. Cramp with it, gets it over. Pennywell. 20 seconds on the clock. Tossed it up and turned it over. Back comes Rollins with it. Into the hands of Cone. No good.
Pennywell's internal clock there in terms of how long he's comfortable holding onto the basketball once they broke the press. He didn't really have to do that, but he threw it over the top to the taller Eli Lohr. Fortunately for the Saints, Tigers missed the 3, and they're going to get a possession here with 10 seconds to go. Up 13, they're in a good spot here, but just like the first quarter, you can capture a ton of that momentum if you can draw up a set and get a look. Last time they ran, Eli Lohr threw off a double screen and tried to get Pennywell a touch quickly. They could go to something like that, or I would imagine you might see a similar look, but maybe a wrinkle out of it. And the Saints also like that Albion backdoor play if they get man-to-man from the Tigers. So a few things to look for to get you a quick bucket against this pressure.
Saints leading the second quarter 9-5 in the scorebook so far. Eli going to cross Noonkester. A lot of contact and a block on him. Noonkester doesn't like it, but I think he might be the only one in the entire gym that disagrees.
Yeah, I don't know that. I mean, it's a good try to sell it, and they had that one to give. Not often you're going to be running with a guy fall over and blame it on them, especially if there's no arm extended.
5 seconds on the clock. Saints got to move quick, and Bleasdale does. Good pass to Pennywell. Fakes. Goes up, was met twice. Has to go up fast, and he's met again. And that's the end of the second quarter.
Saints got some good looks on their sets with the short time. Just not able to convert, but they're going to take that 13-point lead, so I'm sure they'll take it into the locker room on their home floor playing for that wooden mitten.
Love the wooden mittens. Kai Pennywell actually is the game high in scoring. As I'm going through my scorebook, he's got 6. Luke Ellis has 5. One of them was a nice long 3. Derek Disrath with 4 off the bench. Hunter Richardson with 2 off the bench. So the Saints are pretty balanced. The Tigers are balanced as well, but not in a good way. Riley Andrews with 3. Chapman with 2. Cone with 1. Noonkester with a 3. And Chapman off the bench also with 1. So they've got 5 points from the starting lineup, as I'm just doing this on the fly. And they've got 5 points off their bench.
Yeah, so there's your balance, but I think you're going to need a little bit more in terms of contributions from your starters and some of your bigger names that they've been leaning on all year, and they're going to have to find that pretty quickly. That 13-point deficit looks like a lot when you only scored 10 in the first half.
Pretty good first half. Saints halfway home to a wooden mitten appearance, let's call it. You want a chance for that wooden mitten, you got to win the night. You want to play Friday, you got to win the night. 23-10 Saints, third quarter after these messages.
North Star Bank, your local community bank serving St. Clair, Sadillac, Huron, and Washtenaw counties. When you need a local community bank for home loans, checking, savings, and other banking needs, North Star Bank is the community bank that you want to deal with. The bank that will take care of all your personal and business needs. North Star Bank has a new mobile application that you can download to make banking even easier. North Star Bank, guiding the way. Member FDIC. Ace Hardware in St. Clair is your local Ace Hardware store, and it's located on the west side of the Riverview Plaza in St. Clair. Ace Hardware in St. Clair now features Carhartt clothing, coats, pants, everything Carhartt. And look now, they also have the big green egg, Weber grills, and of course, all the quality Ace products you've grown to know and trust. Paint, tools, keys, everything hardware. It's all at Ace Hardware on the west side of the Riverview Plaza in St. Clair.
Welcome back, CTV. Tom Brenner, Brad Robbins, Austin Barney on the camera as always. Saints got a 23-10 lead after the first half. District semifinal action. Pretty good start. Luke Ellis going to try to get things started, but instead it started with a turnover. Cone going to spin and get the Tigers going. They need something to happen fast. A three would be huge for them. It's no good, and Cramp gets the rebound.
Yeah, they were looking for some momentum early. They're going to have to go on a run, just the way that first half went. Tigers seemingly a bit outmatched.
Bleasdale has it on the wing. He's met with a little bit of a quick double team. Passes it across court. Ellis misses the shot. Almost got the offensive rebound. Offensive rebound on by Rollins. Totally different lineup than what they started the game with here for Armada.
Yeah, and they went with a little run and jump trap out in the half court. They're going to have to try to do something different for all the reasons that we said at the top.
I imagine if you were Coach Chris Haller and the Tigers, one of the big things they talked about in the locker room was trying to prevent such a quick and easy seal inside for Kai Pennywell that worked very good for the Saints.
Yeah, and that's easy to say and hard to do. Kai's been a good player all year long, first teamer in the league, does a good job sealing. And then obviously I think the other piece of that was up top, the guard play for the Tigers really struggled to keep continuity and take care of the basketball, and the Saints made good work going the other way and getting looks.
Bleasdale's first free throw up and good, make it 24-10. Saints were just, I would say the easy way to sum up that first half is they were in control.
Yeah, there's no doubt they didn't do anything spectacular. I think they kind of went and got their normal amount of points, played good defense, caused some turnovers. It wasn't their best half of basketball, but it was certainly good enough.
Armada trying to answer back. 15 is Riley Andrews. He knocked down a three in the first quarter, no points in the second quarter. Cone has it on the wing, dribbles around, met by Lohr, and he traveled.
There again, we've seen several times today. That's kind of the order of business. You get a good 20-second run off by the Tigers before they turn it over. That's why they have 10 points.
Eli Lohr met by Camden Cone. Pretty good job of at least making things difficult for Eli. Pennywell has it back up top to Eli. Minute and a half gone by here in the third. Bleasdale going to go up off glass. Couldn't quite finish. Tigers come away with the rebound. Cam almost committed the most common high school basketball foul.
The frustration foul, yeah, from 85 feet.
Andrews three, no good. Cone almost had the offensive rebound. Instead, Jared Cramp comes away with it, and the Saints looking to expand on that lead. Almost stolen away by Andrews. Eli's met by all kinds of Tigers.
Tigers trying to make something happen by running and jumping a little bit and getting those traps, but that's going to leave backside open. Saints just need to finish a layup.
Pennywell came away with it, got another easy look for Cramp, and this time he pays it off big, off glass and good.
Right now with those little traps that the Tigers are trying to do out on the wings, the Saints, last time Bleasdale was able to go dribble drive and get wide open but not finish, and that time the Saints take advantage. Be interesting to see what they get here.
I think they're going to get Kai.
Oh, no, they're going to get Bleasdale.
Yeah, Bleasdale.
I'm actually happier that it was Bleasdale because Pennywell met him at about 8 feet in the air, and that was clean up top. So maybe Bleasdale was something underneath that we can't see.
A little reach maybe. Free throw up and no good there for 20. That's Cole Mahaffey at the free throw line. Mahaffey's second one on the way. He finds himself and the Tigers down 27-10. And I'll tell you what, I remember saying that the Tigers were in double digits for the first time. I don't know what exactly the timestamp was on that, but it seems like it wasn't late in the second quarter.
No, I think there was a 3 on the clock still. And they have yet to score.
They've gone what seems to be like closing in on a full 8 minutes without a bucket, not even a single point. Cramp bounce to Pennywell. That almost was so too unselfish, but Kai finishes it off.
Yeah, the adjustment there was pretty good by the Tigers. Kind of moved with the bounce pass, but Pennywell readjusts, takes his time, and as we've seen him do so many times this year, just good patience and poise with the basketball. You see a lot of guys rush that. He didn't. He just let him come, took on the contact, and put it off the glass.
Waskin with it, gonna drive. Eli Lord does a nice job of cutting him off. Andrews gets it over here to Mahaffey. Mahaffey goes in, and I'm gonna get a held ball here. Gonna stay with Armada. Richardson checks in. Kai Pennywell goes to the bench. He's got a game high 8 now. Cohen with it up top. Saints showing a little bit of a zone here. I'm probably wrong about that. Bleasdale probably just wasn't respecting the shooting ability there of his opponent. Ball rattles around and back comes Cam with it. Cam going up one-on-one, goes up no good, and Tigers come back with it. Waskin pushes it ahead. Corner, nice job by Luke Ellis to get back and knock it out of bounds.
Bleasdale a little bit unfortunate. A couple really good breaks and get some good speed worked up. Just hasn't been able to finish a couple of those at the rim. Can't normally see him do that. Everybody's entitled to a night like this one. Teammates are picking him up nicely with this 19-point lead.
29-10, about halfway through the third quarter here on CTV. Saints on the good end of that 29-10. We always like that. Next game here will also hit the internet probably about the same time. If our partners in crime show up, it'll be Marine City and Richmond. So whoever wins that game will face the winner of this game.
Then that will be a big one, and that's kind of nice. I was reading something, I don't know, some social media portal somewhere. Someone was talking about the fact that the gym was packed and the atmosphere was good, but that's what you're going to get, and that's why I talked about, the districts being exciting. It's kind of a throwback to the old Scal League when you're playing here. You're going to have Marine City and Richmond at the St. Clair Gym tonight, and then on Friday, potentially a St. Clair at home against one of those two teams. You could have an in-district final, which would be really exciting. This place would be very full on a Friday night.
Yep. Ellis going to pull up from the baseline long. Disrath almost had the offensive rebound, and Ellis did commit a little bit of that frustration foul we talked about.
Yeah, he absolutely did. There was no denying it. He was trying to sell that he wasn't creating contact by running with his hands up, but his chest was firmly planted into the back of the ball handler. So
I've always kind of joked about this, and I think we've talked about some of the other. They get like when you commit the foul and then you keep your hands in the air, like you're definitely getting the foul now.
Correct.
If there was ever a question, you're now basically putting yourself out there for.
Don't oversell it. There's a psychological component to this.
Inside look here, and foul inside will go against Derek Disarath, and Cody Rollins will head to the line and shoot 2.
Going to get him with the lower half. Disarath kind of pushed from the bottom. Nothing up top, but you could see that forearm in the back of Rollins.
Sorry, they got Hunter Richardson with that foul. You know what's kind of another sneaky cool part about districts is that right about the time frame we're in right now, but especially the fourth quarter of the first game, because the other two teams are trickling themselves in to watch that second game. It's pretty cool because we've even seen it's like, who are these people? Oh, that's Richmond fans who are here, technically speaking, watching this game. And if the game is good or if there's just some cool moments, it gets pretty loud.
Yeah, there's no doubt. It's a good atmosphere.
Eli Lore gets it over to Logan Ellis. Disarath has it in the corner. Gets it inside Richardson. Tries to gather himself. Goes up and draws contact. He'll shoot 2.
Good seal there by Hunter. He does a really nice job. They got Pennywell obviously a little more lanky and athletic, but Hunter is a nice combination to come off the bench. He's tough to handle, and he's got good touch. He shoots the ball really well. Plenty of good things to like about Hunter Richardson coming off the bench with some good size at 6'5".
Richardson, first free throw on its way. Up, rattles around, off rim, off the glass, and good. foul there went on 33, Justin Chapman.
Chapman called with the foul primarily because Hunter just beat him to position and put him behind the 8 ball when he tried to defend it. Hunter was able to draw the foul on him.
Nice job by Hunter to knock down both free throws. He's got 4 off the bench, 31-10, Saints on top.
I will agree with you now at 100% that we've gone 8 minutes without a basket by the Tigers. It is still 10 points.
Even if we get it wrong, they've got to get a bucket here in the third.
Yeah, things are getting dire here at a 21-point deficit. The Saints just causing problems. And Armada's just having a hard time. We've seen this repeatedly, this exact setup.
What a great job by Disserath to rotate. Richardson's got to win this battle one-on-one. He does. See if the Saints can come away with it. Foul going to be called. Looks like it'll go against the Saints. Eli Lohr.
Maybe some player control there. Hard to see from here.
Into the game comes 42, Andrew Sneezak, and I don't believe he's even played here in the third quarter yet.
No, he sat down for quite a while, and we talked about his health. Obviously just speculating, but kind of worth noting.
Andrews drives the lane, gets it inside. They got a good look, and they got a bucket.
There's the bucket for the Tigers they've been looking for.
Chapman finishes that one off with an easy bucket. 31-12 is now the score. Under 2 minutes to play here in the third. Logan Ellis on the wing. Disserath in the corner. Essien goes and gets the basketball on the wing. Takes one dribble, gets it to Eli on the wing. Hunter Richardson battling in there. Nice job by Chapman to fight him off. Saints can certainly be patient at this point with a 19-point lead. Lohr to go. Essien tried to get into Richardson. Stolen away there by Chapman. Tigers bring it across the timeline. They try to get it into Chapman. He has it. Kicks it back out. Andrews back up top. Tigers swing it around. Here's Sneezak. Crosses over. Goes between the legs. Spins. Good look there. Bucket no good. And the Saints come away with it.
Good feed. Unable to finish. Nice possession there by the Tigers. One of their better ones. The Saints look a little bit off rhythm here offensively.
What a save by Essien to Richardson. Couldn't finish it. Gets his own miss. Goes up and good.
Nice job following it up because I think Hunter Richardson was probably a little bit surprised that Essien was able to deliver that. A little off rhythm on the initial shot, but stayed with it and finished. Nice job by Richardson.
That was a heck of a save, and it was kind of even crazy that he was able to find a teammate, especially for an easy look.
Yeah, really good job by Essien to keep that alive. Looked like a sure turnover.
Lohr has it. 45 seconds to play here in the third quarter. Logan Ellis with it up top. Disserath. Patient with it as always. Gets it over. Essien has it. Looking to cross the court. Eli Lohr takes it up top. Saints will take their time. 30 seconds to go. Essien in the corner. Tries once again to get it to Richardson.
Saints coaching staff still coaching pretty hard on that bench there. They want to see something a little better, cleaner seal out of the post. Here comes Pennywell back in.
Ellis, Disserath, Pennywell, and Essien on the floor right now. Essien has it up top. Probably a smart move to get Eli out of the game with just 20 seconds to go here in the third quarter. Ellis spinning. He was met there by Noonkester. Disserath spins, gets it stolen. Andrews has it, almost lost the handle, took it up high, goes off glass and good.
A little jump stop there by Andrews. Looked a little bit out of control, but he was able to gather and get the bucket. Ellis lets one fly as time expires.
So that's the way we end things here in the third quarter. The Saints with a nice third quarter as well. It's 33-14. Another balanced scoring there, and Hunter Richardson actually leads the Saints with 4 off the bench in the third. Leesdale with a couple free throws. Pennywell with 2 points as well. But of course, the obvious one is that the Tigers could only muster up 4 points, 2 off the bench and 2 from Riley Andrews.
Yeah, they needed much more than that, and they're going to have to come out firing. They came out and fired early in that third quarter, didn't get anything, and they're going to need a lot of offense, and the Saints have been poised on defense. So that's a tall order for the Tigers. Good news for the Saints. Got a quarter to play with a chance to go to the finals.
Saints got to somehow not blow a 19-point lead, and they got themselves dancing in the finals of the district. Fourth quarter after these messages here on CTV.
La Mache is open in the south end of St. Clair's Riverview Plaza. La Mache, an artisan's experience, soon filled with over 40 unique artisans under one roof. Individual spaces with their own vibe, handmaids, pottery, French candies and jellies. Halloween, Christmas, candles, pottery. Walk through the halls of La Mache and see the individual booths that everyone's talking about. La Mache, an artisan's experience in the south end of the Riverview Plaza.
Well, they've got drink specials every day. Rooms upstairs if you want to stay. If you love music, hear it play at the good old Murphy Inn. At the good old Murphy Inn.
Looking for a great spot to enjoy lunch or dinner with fantastic daily food and happy hour specials? Look no further than the Murphy Inn in St. Clair. This is Paul, owner of the Murphy Inn. Our charming Irish pub features different food and drink specials every day of the week, plus live entertainment every Wednesday through Saturday. The inn even offers 7 unique hotel rooms complete with modern amenities, perfect for overnight stays or a weekend getaway.
There ain't no doubt we're going out to the good old Murphy Inn. To the good old Murphy Inn.
Welcome back to CTV. Tom Brenner, Brad Robbins with you here on the call. Austin Barney doing our solid work on the camera for us, as always. 33-14 is the score. Saints on top in the district semifinal action. Pennywell inside. Said that quite a few times today. This time he kind of gets to go to work a little bit ISO. Bleasdale corner. Ellis fakes, takes a couple dribbles, and kicks it to Cramp. Bleasdale 3 on its way. Rattles around. Good.
Unbelievable. It bounced off the top. I don't know. It didn't hit anything or the hardware behind the top of the backboard, so they count that as good. Interesting that that's Bleasdale's first field goal, I believe.
Steal by Ellis. I think he may have. Oh, he traveled. They're going to call it travel.
I put my head down momentarily, so wasn't able to catch that one. Good possession by the Saints last time down. That was a really nice job. They didn't rush anything. They can afford at this point to be very methodical, and then obviously a nice bonus that they were able to get a home team bounce there.
Tigers coming back. They're down 35-14. Noonkester swings it across Andrews. That would have been one heck of a deep three. They might have to start chucking at some point, though. Obviously got to keep it within reason. There's a turnover. That won't help. That was turned over by Andrew Sneezak. Eli Lohr brings it across. Bleasdale with it. I don't think the Saints will be running this one out for 8 minutes, but I mean, at the same time, they'll definitely run their offense.
They're going to run their stuff and kind of look for just really high-quality shots. No shot clock in high school basketball. They're going to take it to the Tigers here a little bit. There's no reason. If you're Armada, this might sound silly from where I sit, but there's an optics piece to this that right now, if you're Coach Haller, you're just trying to get your team to 20.
Yeah. Eli Lohr at the line. 6:48 on the clock. First one up and good for Eli. 3 subs in for Coach Haller's Tigers.
Prospective opponents keeping a close eye on this. Obviously, Marine City's played St. Clair this year, but Richmond has not. Richmond is familiar with Armada and has played them. I know they've handled them, relatively well, but I'm not sure that they've kept them down to the point where we're concerned about the 20-point mark.
Eli missed the second one. It's 36-14. About a buck and a half gone by. Ball bounces off of a couple guys. Noonkester going to fire from 3, no good. Bleasdale with the rebound. You can see Coach Haller saying, hey guys, we might want to pressure the basketball a little bit. We got to get that thing. Can't score if you're playing defense. Ellis has it. Gives it to Eli Lohr. Crosses it over to Bleasdale. They can work it inside. Pennywell goes up, draws contact, and one.
They just haven't had a real good answer for him, and good ball movement. Saints guards kind of delivering nice outside shoulder passes. That's just a really good possession there, especially considering time and situation. Just a nice job, got a layup. Helps that it was an and one.
Kai now has 10 points. He makes this, he's got 11. This one rolls around, no good. Rebound by Noonkester. So Kai Pennywell's 4 points away from tying the Tigers on his own.
And the Tigers just don't really have a lot of urgency right now. They're down by enough that you would think it's not necessarily about running your stuff or shot selection. You're going to have to go down and make something.
Bleasdale with a great steal and a great job of getting the basketball back. Noonkester still down on the ground. It's 5-on-4 for the Saints if they want it. That's his man. Bleasdale up and good.
Took his time getting up. I'm sure that's not going to please Coach Haller. I think he was upset with the officials, but the Saints take advantage, move down to the other end, and Bleasdale attacks the rim. And Ellis is kind of doing what he's done all night long. Eyeglass. Nice scoop. Ellis anticipated a block, I think, but just kind of threw it up. A little bit of Steph Curry action there.
And Armada forced to call a timeout. It's 42-14. Big time fourth quarter. The Saints leaving no doubt at this point that they'll be back here on Friday night. It's kind of interesting when you're talking tournament style. I'm talking to a couple parents before the game, and it's like, it's just weird. You could be watching your senior for the last time. You just don't know.
Yeah.
So I think for any of those parents who were worried about it, they look a little bit more relaxed.
Yeah, the weight has been lifted, I think, for some of them. I hate doing this, but there's 5:28 left, and Armada's going to have to triple their output on the night at the very least to make it a ball game. So
I'd almost, even though it would go against us, I would almost be like, you know what?
I would be impressed.
Like saying I would tip my cap would be like a disrespectful thing to the hat tipping.
You're right.
That would be historically like amazing, where I think even our guys, even though it would be devastating, it would be like, okay, you score that many points in 5.5 minutes after scoring 14, like,
you earned it.
Yeah.
In all honesty, here's where we're getting into with both coaches knowing what you just said and the stakes. You're going to start to see some benches clear and some guys get some minutes for the Tigers, I would think.
A little inside look here for Armada, no good. Ball rattles around. Officials call a foul inside. It should stay here. Might get Richardson. Let's see who they call here. I'm going to get Cam Bleasdale. Got that down as Cam's third foul of the night. 5 on the Saints, 4 for the Tigers with 5:05 on the clock. Tigers going to inbound the basketball, swing it up top, Cone with it. Gets it around to Chapman, stolen away once again. Here comes Logan Ellis with it. So he's going to take it right at 2 Tigers, up off the glass and good.
Nice athletic play there by Logan Ellis. Kind of scooped right around the guy trying to take the charge. Then there's a tough floater look there for the Tigers.
Chapman's shot is also no good. Eli Lord comes away with the basketball. Obviously, the Tigers got to get after it.
That possession was exactly how the Tigers should be playing this entire second half. They just went right to the cup and tried to make something happen. And really, that's the first urgent offensive possession I think we've seen from the Tigers, and it comes at 4:38 left in the fourth.
And we got a foul there on number 10, Easton Vite. Disserath into the game. Cam Bleasdale goes to the bench. Saints get the inbounds pass in to Eli Lore. He's met by Vite once again. Logan Ellis gets it around. Disserath looking inside for Richardson, not there. Ball bounces around, and Vite comes away with it for Armada. 30-point Saint lead, 44-14. Vite working on Lore, gets it over to Cone. Cone up top with it, back over to Vite. They're trying to get something going. Cone looking inside. I mean, that's the other thing too, is that, like you said, like the guard play has been a little bit of a struggle, but just getting it inside like this, even to the high post, it's just nothing but easy. Give a lot of credit to the Saints defense.
Yeah, I think that maybe that's something that we haven't done enough of, is just say, well, I think the Saints have just played well defensively, and right now they're just the far superior team. And as you're watching at home, I'll remind you once again that the Tigers beat the Saints in the opener, and something that, you know, we can take the time to recognize is the job that Coach Dissler has done with his guys to
get better.
Yeah, get better. You know, this is a far different team. I think anybody would tell you that your team is far better at the end of the year than they are at the beginning, but that would go for the Tigers as well, and it's all relative. But we're starting to see some subs, and we're in running clock threat territory here in a district semifinal game. So got some guys who have put in some hard work getting into the game here. Jackson Oles into the game for the Saints. Schulk as well.
Cool to see those guys get into the game.
Good preparation there by the Saints as well, coming out with a little bit of a different defensive look. All these switches, I think Coach Disserath likes his athleticism up top, and here we see Jackson Oles get a pick six, goes the other way out the bench.
Cool to see Jackson Oles get in the game and score.
Jackson is a scrappy kid. There you see it on full display, gets into a passing lane. Armada gets the benefit of the doubt there. The lead may have factored into the non-call on the backcourt violation.
Basketball goes out of bounds. Going to stay here with Armada.
Number 30,
Talked about how long the Tigers were stuck at 10. They've been stuck at 14 for a good amount of time as well.
Well, they're scoreless here in the fourth. It'd be nice, especially to see Coach Sistereth get some of these other guys in the game. If they could hold this goose egg up in the fourth, that'd be impressive.
And he was barking to move their feet when they got called for that foul. So you know that's what his emphasis is going to be. Coming to the game, you better defend.
Oles crosses over. He's got the basketball when the Saints run their offense now. Here's Schalk on the wing. Ellis looking inside at Richardson, who's working. That was going to be tough, but a lot of battling in there. They're going to go ahead and call the foul on 32, Chapman.
It's going to shoot a 1-and-1, I believe, Hunter Richardson.
Tiger foul, number 32, Adrian Chapman.
2:31 on the clock. 46-14 is the score.
Wyatt Laskin, Cole Mahaffey.
I think they're just now catching on to the fact that we're in the bonus. The official who made the call knew the whole time, but he was just waiting for everybody.
Yep. Sometimes, whether we want to admit it or not, it's kind of like the way humans are. It's a 32-point lead. It's kind of like let's just
Things are going to move. Yeah, things are going to move slower here in my brain.
Richardson free throw is up and no good. So things do stay the same. We just took a little bit of a 20-second pause. A little fake by Andrews, gets into the lane, goes up left-handed, no good. And an Armada offensive rebound, give him another shot here.
It's one of those nights for the Tigers. Even the layups aren't going down.
And again, we are giving a ton of credit to the Saints defensively. They've played very, very good basketball. You and I have both admitted, from our understanding, 42 Andrew Sneezak is typically their best player.
Correct.
He is scoreless, and in the second half has rarely seen the floor. Honestly, I'm not sure he's logged more than a minute of actual clock here in the second half. So my assumption has got to be that he is not his normal self. Now, whether or not that's good enough for 32-plus points, I'm going with probably not.
No, you wouldn't think so. And I mean, the Saints, when he has been in the game, have made him uncomfortable. The Saints guards up top have caused a ton of turnovers, and it's been consistent throughout the night. So good thing we got a good helping of substitutes in here, getting some guys some opportunities to play. You're probably not going to get many benefit of the doubt calls, but you get your shots in anyhow. Logan Ellis on the move.
See Michael Reed in the game. This time Logan Ellis going to go up and score.
Coach Disrath calls a timeout here just before anybody has a fit. It's a rolling sub timeout. We're going to get blank into the game.
Yep.
You don't want any Wisconsin scenes around here.
Yeah, exactly. You know what? I'm taking a small piece of credit here.
Okay.
This is a stretch. Okay. See Cooper Pennywall as he's coming into the school today for the game.
All right.
And I say, hey, Coop, good luck tonight, man. Hope to see you on the floor. And no offense, that'd be a great sign.
Right.
He's on the floor right now. Okay?
Yeah, he's been there for a good 35, 40 seconds. I think he knows what you meant. It's okay.
The bottom line is I was rooting for a big Saints win, for him to get in the game, and a 31-point lead, he's in the game.
Yeah, there's no doubt. And
he's
done
a sophomore.
Really
We got a bunch of guys in there who had a nice season for the JV, and now they get rewarded with a minute or two of play here in the district semifinal. 3 up and good for Wyatt Waskin. So the Tigers got themselves 6 here, and they got to your benchmark.
They got to the 20. Good for them. Michael Reed trying
from the
it.
corner. The student section would love to see anything good happen here for these guys. Schalk with it. Jackson Oles. Schalk thought about the 3, takes a dribble. Back to Oles. 45 seconds on the clock here in the fourth quarter. Cool to see all the Saints up on the bench. Bounce inside. Pennywell goes
there
up. Good, baby.
I'm surprised he didn't look over here and point at you, Coach.
And the Saints hit the 50 mark. 30 seconds to go here in the fourth. Andrews with it. Spins, gets in the paint, kick. 3 on its way up long. Pennywell went after the rebound, no good. Tigers keep it alive. Michael Reed has it. 15 seconds on the clock. Almost went up. He's good. Michael Reed scores.
Bench is going crazy. I was hoping for the pull-up three there. I'll take the deuce.
And a foul going to be called. 5 seconds on the clock here in the fourth.
Going to call that on Pennywell. He wanted some other type of mark in the book for you. A little bit of an off-balance, topsy shot by Michael Reed, but a nice job.
Free throw up and good for Nathan Chapman. The second one on its way. It's 52-21. Second one is up, bounces around, no good. Offensive rebound, no good. Rebound there by Schulk. 1 on the clock, no good. Time runs out on the district semifinal, and the Saints in control from the get-go. 31-point victory, 52-21 the final.
Yeah, pretty impressive effort defensively. Really stymied the Tigers. There was little to no hope even at halftime. I think we had that frank conversation. You always reserve the idea that there's going to be this potential comeback, but it didn't feel that way. The game really felt like it was in control the entire time. Credit to those guys up top on that defense, and really the guys that came into the bench did a nice job as well. It never seemed to fall off for the Saints, and they've earned the right now to get to play that district final on their home floor. I know at the beginning of the year, in terms of talking to Coach Disselrath and where their goals were at, right? I think winning the MAC was a pleasant surprise. I don't think that was really something they anticipated. They had their sights on the opportunity to win a district title on their home floor, and now they're going to have the opportunity to meet that goal.
Tallied up my scoring here. I'm keeping an eye out over there because it's been a little bit since we did this. We may get a player to come over here and do a little post-game interview.
Be wonderful.
We'll see how it goes. Man, pretty cool. 52 points is, that's in the ballpark of a nice high school basketball game. But the scoring, insanely balanced here. Okay. 5 for Cramp, 7 for Ellis, 3 for Eli Lohr, which by the way, 3 for Eli ain't a huge win. Awesome.
Yeah, that's a low number, but they didn't need much more than that from him.
8 for Cam Bleasdale, 10 for Kai Pennywell. That's a game high. 4 for Logan Ellis off the bench, 4 for Disselrath off the bench, 6 for Richardson off the bench, 2, 2, and 2 for Jackson Oles, Cooper Pennywell, and Michael Reed. And then the Tigers were led by Riley Andrews with 8. I talk with Coach Disselrath throughout the week, usually kind of, at least text back and forth, how you feeling, and, you feel pretty good. The team's certainly improved. I imagine that's about as good as he could have possibly expected it to go.
Yeah, I'm sure he had the same amount of nerves that every coach does. You go in at 0-0. I'm certain, though, he's been around basketball a long time, that very quickly he felt like they had a good game plan and that they were going to be able to be in control of that because it was pretty obvious to everybody in the gym, and I think it was even obvious to the Armada Tigers at a certain point today.
So we'll maybe hang around a little bit. We do know this. By the time by the time this hits the internet, we'll know who the Saints are playing in the district final on Friday night. It's going to be the winner you may see on the floor right now. You got the Richmond Blue Devils out there, and they're going to play the Marine City Mariners here on the Saints' home floor. That's how these things work. As you said, in your opinion, I guess, let's go there. In your opinion, if you're Coach Disselrath and the Saints and you're sitting in the stands, which one of these two teams would you rather see?
And I don't know that you're going to take a pick. I think the favorite right now, if you were trying to draw between records and success this year, would be Richmond. I think looking at it, they're the number 1 seed in the district. But I got the opportunity to watch Marine City the other night, and they're just like you would expect them to be. They scrap, they play tough, they won't back down, and they answered every run that Marysville tried to put on them. So if Richmond, thinks that they're going to come in here and cruise to the finals, I would be surprised by that outcome. I think Marine City's going to give them all that they want. And honestly, if Marine City is able to take a bunch of momentum and carry it into Friday, I don't want to see that team. Yeah. I don't want to see the team that is playing for everything and wants to beat your rival in their home floor. But we'll see. I mean, you take whoever you get, and I think they're anticipating a good game here in the second.
I will say everything you just said there I agree with. I did go down as a fan to the St. Clair Marine City game in Marine City earlier this season. I do think the Saints have improved a little bit. I would have no clue if Marine City has improved since that game. But I can tell you that game was extremely tight down in Marine City when we played them. So absolutely, I'm going to stick around and probably watch this next game. I imagine we're going to have a pretty close one.
You have a close one and you'll have a big crowd.
We're going to call this one a broadcast. Final. Nice win for Coach Ditzler and the Saints, 52-21. We are certainly hoping to be here for the district final on Friday night. We'll see you then. Thanks for watching. Tom Brenner, Brad Robbins, and Austin Barney here for CTV.
East China High School sports have been brought to you by Ascension River District Hospital, along with support from North Star Bank, Ace Hardware and La Mache, the Murphy Inn, and CTV.